Happy Sunday, YouTube. It's a beautiful June 10th, 2018. I'm about to enjoy this afternoon with my two youngest kids. We're going to be here on the lake. We're going to play, do a little barbecue, and just enjoy. But I wanted to take this, a few minutes to, more than anything, to talk about the truth of final expense telephone sales from my opinion, my humble opinion. And 7 years ago, this month, my good friend Ron Powell told me the following words: change your thinking, change your life. Those words impacted me for a long, long, long time. And they'll continue to impact me as I grow in my career. But the reason he said this to me was due to final expense telesales. And I remember in 2011 when he shared those words with me, and I was just getting into telephone sales. It was hard not to listen to some of the naysayers, the haters that at that point in time surrounded me. In 2011, guys, telephone sales wasn't a topic people wanted to talk about. In fact, the haters would tell me that I would not have success on the phones because people from the South wouldn't buy from a Mexican like me because of my Mexican accent, and Chicano accent, right? And that was one of the many things that they would say. They would say that telesales, it's impossible to have good retention. The haters would say that in order to sell final expense, it has to be done face to face in order to establish the right trust as well as the right setting. The haters would say, over the telephone, you're not able to gather the social security number, the banking information, and so on and so forth. And, I really put a lot of faith in Ron's words at that point in time. And, over the years, I stuck with it. It took me a while. I'm not going to deny the fact that the naysayers' comments wouldn't affect me. They affected me. It would fluster my thoughts. I would have times that I would sit back and say, man, should I really be focused here trying to learn this phone business? Is this a waste of my time? Maybe I just need to get back into just massive recruiting and door knocking like I'd been doing up until then. Very successful doing it. And I mean by success, I've trained countless multimillionaires in this space, door knockers, countless six-figure earners in this space in my 14 years. But at that point in time, Ron's words truly resonated with me, and they kept me engaged in the business, and they kept me listening to him as a pioneer of final expense telephone sales. So what's happened? Fast forward 7 years later. Well, guess what? This Mexican has tons of clients in the South that are happy with my service. When we looked at the persistency, we took all of that field business and we took telephone business and we put it side by side with my good friend Ron Powell. And you know what the numbers showed? That persistency was just about the same. Carriers, if they're not profitable, they'll cut the program. And here we are today. The haters that said clients will not give you their social, will not give you their banking. Guess what? We've helped thousands of people over the telephone. In fact, most people prefer to do business over the phone these days. Just ask them. When the haters said that we wouldn't be able to establish the right level of trust boy, have we proved them wrong. And for me, I'm sitting here on a Sunday because I remember how hard it was to listen to these comments of these people that would go online and listen to these trolls online, these bottom feeders that have never sold a policy in their life, but they could jump on a screen, they could jump behind a login name and talk a bunch of crap. Even some of those people, today, they've embraced telephone sales. It's amazing. 7 years later, here we are. About 3 years ago, I exited the field business. It didn't make sense to me no more. I couldn't afford the direct mail. I couldn't afford to keep my business afloat with direct mail because you got to have deep pockets, and I didn't have it. Telesales made sense for us. And it's such an amazing feeling for me, and I know a small group of others that are watching this today, to know that all of that hate, all that garbage that was said years ago about telesales, and here we are today. More carriers have opened that up for us, telephones, more and more and more. And I say this to the haters, to the naysayers, which most of those guys aren't even around anymore. They're probably washing cars or something else, but not in this industry. Where are you now? I don't see you. All that garbage you said, where are you? We're still here, selling burial insurance and doing it over the phone. So look, if you're watching this, take a look around and just watch how many people nowadays are promoting telesales. Just take a look and you'll be amazed. And take a look down memory lane and how it has evolved over the years. I'm happy to say that I know how to sell final expense insurance coverage over the telephone nationwide with an internet connection, a solid follow-up with carriers that have great rates, great customer service, and they take care of their agents lined up, not just one, but I believe in having more than just one carrier in your lineup. And this is why. When you only have one carrier that you're performing with, it's easy for those carriers to make changes in the way they do business. And everyone has a right to change things. Everyone does. But sometimes, guys, those changes are not in the agent's favor. And by having 2 or 3 relationships, max, you will never be in a position to be hurt by a carrier because of a decision that sometimes is out of their control. It has to be done. So look, I am looking to train agents on a personal level. This is not a mass recruiting opportunity. I got away from that years ago. One-on-one. If you're watching this and you want to learn how to sell burial insurance from a documented player like myself, call me. Send me a letter of your intentions or a video of your intentions. In the section below, you'll find all my information. Let me show you. I show up Monday through Friday, and I get the job done, okay? We're not playbook managers here that are just looking for a duplicatable playbook approach. No. These leaders here with us, we lead from the front. Change your thinking, change your life. Those words from my friend Ron, they changed my life. But you got to have faith. You got to show up. You got to execute. And you cannot have analysis paralysis that a lot of you guys have. You guys believe you know it all. But when it comes to sales, you get paralyzed. And it shows us just how weak you are as a sales guy. So if this is something you want to do, and you want to learn from the very, very best, send me your information. Well, I'll show you. I won't talk about it. I'll show you. And if after you see me pitch my clients, and if we're not the best you've seen, then God bless you. Simple as that. We don't want to waste your time, but we don't want you to waste our time. So you guys enjoy this Sunday. Count your blessings. Always be grateful. When you're sitting there bashing others, talking crap, Count your blessings. Doesn't look good on you. Bye.